The world of WWE is often seen as a realm of larger-than-life characters and epic showdowns, but behind the glitz and glamour lies a somber reality. In this video, we delve into the lesser-known stories of wrestlers who have found themselves on the wrong side of the law. In the world of professional wrestling, some athletes rise to stardom, captivating fans worldwide. However, there are others whose journeys take a dark turn. Enter Hardbody Harrison, whose real name is Harrison Norris Jr. Known for his imposing physique and unique ring style, Harrison's wrestling career didn't reach the heights he hoped for. Despite his aspirations, he often found himself in the undercard, facing defeat against more established stars. Before entering wrestling, Harrison served in the U.S. Army during Operation Desert Storm. Wrestling became his new battleground after military service. He trained at the UCW power plant, hoping to make a mark in WCW. However, when the company was bought by Vince McMahon in 2001, Harrison's contract wasn't renewed, marking the end of his wrestling career. But Harrison's story didn't end there. He became embroiled in a legal battle against WCW, alleging racial discrimination. Despite settling out of court, Harrison's life took a darker turn. He participated in the FX series Toughman, winning the heavyweight championship.
In this one-on-one matchup, a good look at Hardbody.
However, behind the scenes, Harrison's involvement in a prostitution ring came to light. Testimonies and evidence during his trial revealed Harrison's exploitation of vulnerable women, leading to a life sentence without parole. His downfall serves as a sobering reminder of the darker aspects that can lurk within the wrestling industry. While some use their platform for good, others, like Harrison, succumb to temptation, tarnishing the reputation of the sport. Once a vibrant and beloved figure in the wrestling community, Tammy Sytch's life took a dark turn that ultimately led to her imprisonment.
Star Tammy Sytch to more than 17 years in prison.
Sunny rose to fame meteorically in the 1990s, captivating audiences with her charismatic personality and stunning looks. As the first ever WWE diva, she paved the way for future female wrestlers. However, behind the spotlight, Sunny's personal life was fraught with struggles. Her fame exacerbated her battles with mental health and addiction, particularly alcoholism. Despite her public persona, she grappled with inner demons that led to a series of unfortunate events. Tragedy struck in March 2022 when Sunny, driving under the influence, crashed into a car stopped at a red light in Ormond Beach. The collision claimed the life of a 75-year-old man, Julian Franlier. Sunny's blood alcohol content was shockingly 4 times the legal limit, revealing a pattern of reckless behavior. This wasn't Sunny's first brush with the law, as it marked her 4th DUI in a decade. Despite previous warnings, she continued to make reckless choices, endangering herself and others. Compounding the situation, she was driving on a suspended license at the time of the crash. During the court trial, Sunny's defense team delved into her troubled past, citing mental health struggles exacerbated by fame and tumultuous relationships. Prosecutors, however, emphasized her reckless behavior and disregard for the law, highlighting the devastating consequences of her actions. Ultimately, the judge handed down a sentence of 172 years in prison, followed by 8 years of probation. The wrestling world was left in shock, grappling with the reality that one of their beloved stars would spend the next decade and a half behind bars. Patrick Clark, once a rising star in the WWD, captured fans' attention with his unique persona and captivating in-ring performances as Velveteen Dream. However, behind the flamboyant character, a darker side lurked. In November 2021, Clark's world came crashing down with his arrest on multiple charges. The list of offenses was extensive, painting a troubling picture of his involvement with illegal substances and attempts to conceal evidence. Charges included possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, destruction or alteration of evidence, and even lacking proper lighting devices in his vehicle. This shocking revelation stunned fans and fellow wrestlers, tarnishing the reputation of the once promising talent. But Clark's legal troubles were far from over. On April 21, 2022, he faced consequences for the November arrest, receiving a 12-month probation period meant for accountability and rehabilitation. This probation was a crucial opportunity for Clark to reflect on his choices and make positive changes in his life, aiming to rebuild his career. However, just 4 months into his probation, Clark found himself in trouble again. On August 20, 2022, he was arrested for trespassing and first-degree battery. Details of this arrest, including allegations of biting, punching, and threats, painted a troubling picture of his behavior. These violent actions raised serious concerns about his future in the wrestling industry, leaving fans and colleagues questioning the real Patrick Clark behind the larger-than-life character of Velveteen Dream. The consequences of Clark's actions during his probation period would significantly impact his future. The wrestling community was left wondering if he could ever redeem himself and regain the trust of fans and colleagues. Once synonymous with wrestling greatness, Dale Bret DiBiase now finds himself at the center of Mississippi's largest welfare embezzlement scandal. This scandal, considered the biggest in the state's history, has tarnished DiBiase's reputation and cast a shadow over the wrestling industry. Born into a wrestling dynasty with his father being the legendary $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Bret seemed destined for success in the squared circle. With his looks, charisma, and talent, he appeared poised to become a true wrestling superstar. However, behind the scenes, a sinister plot was unfolding. It all started with allegations of a vast embezzlement scheme that siphoned millions of dollars from the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families TANF program, and at the center of it was Brett DiBiase. Court documents allege that DiBiase falsely claimed payments totaling $48,000 through his company, Restore 2 LLC. Moreover, he is accused of falsifying invoices and other documents to cover up the fraud. Instead of fulfilling his obligations to teach classes about drug abuse, investigators discovered that DiBiase was living a life of luxury at a rehab facility in California. While low-income residents were meant to receive counseling and treatment for substance abuse, DiBiase was enjoying the comforts of a luxury rehab facility far from his promised responsibilities. The investigation into this scandal revealed a web of deceit and manipulation that shocked the entire state. False invoices were created to pay DiBiase for services he never provided under the guise of a wellness program for those in need. It wasn't until a brave whistleblower came forward, alerting authorities to the suspicious transactions, that the scheme began to unravel. This revelation prompted a sweeping investigation that led to multiple arrests and convictions, exposing the true extent of the embezzlement scandal. Facing the consequences of his actions, DiBiase now finds himself sentenced in state court, with additional federal charges carrying up to 5 years in prison and a hefty fine of $250,000. The downfall of this once promising wrestling star serves as a stark reminder that fame and fortune can sometimes lead individuals down a treacherous path. The impact of this scandal has affected DiBiase's personal life and left a lasting mark on the wrestling community.